Hey everyone, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your daily forecast for the day of Monday, February 5th, 2018. Now before I get started, I just did want to let you all know that I will be doing a webinar this upcoming Saturday on the solar eclipse in Aquarius that will be coming up this month. So if you're interested in that, please check out the link below, and that my 2018 astrological planner is also ready, available, and on sale too. Yeah, if you're interested in looking into that too, also with the link down below. Okay, just thought I would let you know, yeah, that all this stuff is going on. It's a little weird for me to give you these kind of updates because I'm not used to selling things, but if you could just hang in there with me while I get accustomed to doing more of that. All right, now for your horoscope for today, what's going on is that we have the moon here hanging out in Libra. When the moon's in Libra, it brings our attention, of course, more to relationships, to the other people in our life, normally the one-on-one kind of relationship variety. It also brings our attention to just balance, finding the balance in our life, and just kind of judging our progress, seeing where we are in life and trying to decide what's right and what's wrong. Are we making the right progress or are we not? Okay, so I think that's what's going on today. Now at midnight, so the very end of yesterday and into today, mountain time, the moon then made a square over here to Pluto. That could be a pretty intense aspect coming in at the nighttime here. Maybe we're trying to find the balance in our life here, trying to work better with other people in some way, but realizing, again, I know I feel like a broken record, like there's more changes we need to make in life in order to put our life in the right place. Maybe as well feeling like, especially with Libra coming in, there's some changes in relationships too that we need, some endings and beginnings, or something like that, so that we can start to feel better, like we're moving in the right direction, doing some things that we really want and need. Pluto as well can bring up, again, and because this is a square, some intense and some scary feelings, okay? And can also, yeah, bring up some feelings that you have hidden deep beneath or below the surface that you don't talk about that often, especially when it comes to relationships and where your life is going, that you need to maybe understand better and address before it is that you can move forward, okay? So maybe a little bit difficult here at midnight, but those hopefully hard and uncomfortable feelings that you're bringing up, helping you to clarify more what you want and who you want in your life so that you can move forward in a better way. Okay, after you have kind of some of these uncomfortable feelings come up and more changes you realize that you need to make in life in order to feel better, the moon then does make a trine over here to Venus at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. So I think what goes on then is actually a lot about relationships with the Venus influence coming in, and of course the moon being in Libra, a Venus-ruled sign. So I think as you're thinking here about some changes in life that you need to make in order to feel better, especially when it comes to the people in your life, I think towards 8 a.m. you start to maybe, I want to say, work more with other people, think more about your relationships, communicate more with other people here, and really start to maybe like envision your life with others, who is right for you, who is not here, and maybe even with, what was it, with the Aquarius influence, maybe beginning to communicate more with other people as well, a little bit coming in here about some changes that it is that you want to make and about where it is that you see your life going. So I do see a lot of relationship stuff coming in at 8 a.m. Yeah, just trying to figure out who you want in your life, trying to express things with other people about some things that maybe you're feeling that are going on inside you, okay? After that happens around 8 a.m., well, that happens at 8 a.m. Then at 11 a.m., we do have the moon here come into an opposition with Uranus. So as we're thinking a lot, I'm saying this is going to be a big relationship day, especially with Venus, with Libra here coming in, and Venus here ruling Libra, and Venus also making some big aspects. So I think there's a lot of stuff going on with relationships, and I think what happens at 11 a.m. here is after dealing with some uncomfortable feelings at midnight, thinking about some uncomfortable things, about some changes you want to make to life and where it is that you see your life going, and trying to envision a future, I think what happens at 11 a.m. is some more unexpected things come up here. As you're trying to do things with other people, envision a life for yourself with the people in your life, I think at 11 a.m. maybe you do something unexpected or someone else does something unexpected based on some insights that they've received lately, or some uncomfortable feelings that it is that they may have had earlier. Okay, so I just think there could be some unexpected things that do come up, especially in the morning, regarding other people. maybe other people just having some revelations about their life or reflecting on their life and realizing that they need to make some changes in their life that you may or may not be a part of or that they may need to change around a little bit. So I just see a lot of that going on, okay? And I think that we're just going to kind of sit with that for most of the day. All right, that's because after that happens, the moon doesn't really do much until 9 o'clock at night. So it hangs out there for a few hours. At 9 o'clock at night, the moon then comes over here and moves into Scorpio. That again is not the best place for the moon to be. The moon doesn't really like being in Scorpio because the moon likes to feel more cared for and likes to feel more comfortable and at ease in life. And when the moon is in Scorpio, you have to get deep, you have to dig deep, you have to deal with some emotions and some feelings you don't want to deal with coming in. So I think at the nighttime, again, there could be some more intense feelings that do come up about your life, maybe some more changes that you need to make. I feel so bad, I keep talking about changes so much, but I feel like we're still trying to work everything out in our life. We're still trying to bring everything together here to create the life that we really want. And I think it's taken a lot more work than we thought it would take. I think it's taken a lot more time as well than we thought it would take. Yeah, and just a lot more changes and rearranging things as we get more information and reflect back on everything going on, okay? So I think that's what's happening there at 9 p.m. and then around midnight, it's actually going to happen into the morning. I want to say maybe at like 4 or 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. As the moon's in Scorpio, it's then going to make a sextile over here to Saturn, which is really pretty. So I think as you're uncovering some deep emotions late tonight and into tomorrow morning, and maybe thinking more about what changes you need to make in life, I think it ultimately is going to help you feel much better to put your life in the right spot, to make more of a commitment to doing things that it is that you really want, okay? So that's what I see going on. Kind of an interesting day, yeah, because a lot of it I think is just, again, still making more changes here. I think a lot of it too is just sitting back and reflecting on your life. I think that's a lot of what's going on at midnight with the Pluto thing coming in, and not just reflecting on your life intellectually, but I think emotionally processing things is like a huge thing that's coming in. Maybe things still not feeling quite right emotionally, still feeling a little bit uncertain here, and wanting to figure out today what you can do to feel more comfortable in your life emotionally, to feel more okay with where life is and with what's going on, and to enjoy. I think you're trying to figure out how to enjoy your life more. And I think that's where maybe some of the unexpected stuff comes in today, is that in order to enjoy your life more, you realize there are certain things you need to do, change, move around, say, perhaps to other people here in order to feel better. And I think we're just trying to figure all of that stuff out, process things emotionally, understand better what's going on with us. Yeah, and to maybe even honor some of our deep emotions so that we can start to keep putting our life in a better and better spot as we move forward. All right. So that's what I've got there. Other stuff going on in the background. We do have Venus right here at 23 degrees in a square over here with Jupiter, which actually just came off of. All right, so that could bring up here us, of course, thinking a lot about relationships, what relationships we want, what relationships are good for us, which relationships we feel the most comfortable with, expressing ourselves in some way here, and again, having to make more changes to relationships with Jupiter being in Scorpio, the sign of change and of deep, intense transformation. So I think there could be some deep and intense transformation going on in relationships, what you want in relationships, how you act in relationships being a big thing coming up. Maybe changing as well, right, where you see your life going and what you enjoy in life too. Coming in, okay? So I think that's huge. Venus as well, getting closer and closer here to a sextile with Uranus, again bringing up some unexpected things that the moon is going to trigger today. So these Venus aspects, the moon I think is going to turn on a little bit more, so that we'll feel them more than perhaps we would otherwise here, bringing up, yeah, some big changes in relationships and some unexpected things maybe coming too. And I think people are doing unexpected things here, right, to put themselves in a better spot and to feel more comfortable coming in. All right, so I think that's what's going on. While there's a lot of relationship stuff going on, changes in relationships could be very intense, you know, could be some people pulling some weird stuff on you that's coming in here, but as that's going on, of course, lots of communication about yourself, about who you are, with Mercury and the Sun on the South Node going on, and about where you see your life going. So I think you're trying to figure out what's the life that you want, what's the life that you feel more comfortable in, and who can come with you on that, and who can extent and in what ways, and maybe talking about some of the stuff from the past, what's been going on with the past, how you feel about the past in some way, so that you can then begin to process it, understand it, and move forward. Because this is the South Node, some of these conversations that do come up, especially in regards to relationships, could be a little bit uncomfortable, might make you feel like you're rehashing old issues that you don't want to go over. Okay, could be some things like that coming in. But if you're patient here and don't overreact, sometimes we can overreact with the South Node a little bit, then I think it'll be fine if you just are patient and wait for other people to process things emotionally, to make decisions and things that they need to make, okay, and in order to express themselves and what's going on, okay. Yeah, because there could be a lot of stuff people are feeling under the surface that the Uranus thing, I think, could bring out into the open to be dealt with. Okay, and just be patient as you have some conversations maybe about the past, maybe that you don't want to have, so that you can start to heal those things, I want to say, and to move into new chapters with them that are better for you. All right, so that's what I've got going on there. Now your card for the day, I'm just going to shuffle it really quickly. I'm using a slightly different deck today. That's because I have my other one. You know, I like my Rider-Waite deck, but I already shuffled that one for your weeklies, which I started, and I like to pull them all in order, so I don't want to really shuffle that deck. So I'm going to use this one instead, and we'll see how it goes. This one is the Fountain Tarot. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of this, but this to me is like my my modern art kind of deck. They look like they could all, like, each card looks like they could hang in a museum in New York City or something, which is why I love it. And now your card for today is the Queen of Cups reversed, okay? This card, of course, the Cups is about emotions. Usually queens, I like to think of internal, taking care of yourself emotionally, or, you know, other people, caring for people in a lot of ways. And I think what's going on here, right, is that maybe you don't feel cared for emotionally. Maybe there are things going on inside you, right, that you just don't feel comfortable with going on. And I think what's happening today is that you need to nurture yourself emotionally to make sure that you are feeling okay. I think you need to listen to what's going on with you emotionally, and yeah, and to just not be afraid of whatever it is that you're feeling, whatever it is that comes up, as long as it's honest, as long as it's true, as long as it's what's really going on inside you. I also do think this card also serves kind of as a reminder too, to, I want to say, nurture other people as well. You know, to realize that other people too are going through their own emotional stuff, or going through their own big changes in life that it is that we're all experiencing. And yeah, and to not judge other people too harshly, or to freak out on them if they also have some emotional stuff that it is that they're dealing with today, okay? And I think just needing to care for yourself and your own emotions too, but to also be respectful of other people and what they're feeling, even if it's different from yours, even if it's not quite what you feel or what you believe or what you think. But just to realize that we're all going on our own journey. We all have, you know, our own things that we need to feel right inside, to get right with ourselves, and just to respect, I think, everyone and their own emotional responses and your own emotional feelings too inside, in order for you to feel better. Okay, I think this is also a reminder too, to not let your feelings, you know, get the best of you, and to not let them fall by the wayside either. Like, if you're feeling something, like, honor that, you know, and be open about that, and yeah, and don't try to hide it either in the process. But I think, yeah, to just express yourself honestly, what's going on with you here, and to give everyone else that space as well to express themselves and to feel cared for as they're maybe expressing some hard emotional truths. Okay, so that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.